Hi sir, my name is Raj. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm Ali.
Ali, great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Did you find the showroom okay?
Yeah, it was very easy to find.
So I know you've come to look at the Accord. So the model we're looking at here is the 2-litre Sport. So you can see it's a very distinctive styling, beautiful LED headlights, and you will not see another car on the road with this kind of styling.
I love it. I love the design.
Yeah, really, really nice. So Ali, we have two model variants, a 1.5 litre turbo and a 2-litre turbo.
Oh, turbocharged.
Yeah, so first time for Accord, we have introduced turbo engines, which as you know are far more fuel efficient, a lot more power and torque can be obtained from much smaller engines. So certainly when we go out for the test drive, you will feel how the acceleration is so strong.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward for a test drive.
You're gonna love it. Before I get you inside, let me just explain a little bit about the Smart Entry. So we have a touch sensor inside here. So as I put my hand inside, you can hear the car unlocking because it knows that I have the correct remote and it lets me in.
Oh, excellent. So I never have to use my remote. Hands-free.
Hands-free, absolutely. The only time you will need the remote because the car is equipped with a remote engine starter.
Oh, it has a remote engine starter.
Yeah, otherwise keep it in your bag, in your pockets. Beautiful, job done.
Amazing.
Okay, Ali, I'm sure you're dying to get inside the car, so let's get you inside and get comfortable. What I want you to do first is just adjust the seat. Yeah. So Ali, we have a 12-way power adjustment seat on the Accord.
Wow, 12 ways. That's
Yeah.
a lot of adjustments.
It is. And so the two key adjustments are 4-way lumbar adjustment. The thigh adjustment here, so this really helps in long journeys. The base of your back is supported really nicely and also the squab.
Yeah, that's very good actually. I'm sure it will be very comfortable.
So if you can adjust the steering wheel, so there is an adjustment there. Yeah, you can see the dials properly. This vehicle has head-up display, which I will explain later on. Just adjust that rear mirror so you're nice and comfortable. So how does that feel inside?
It feels really comfortable, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you going to be sharing this car with any other members of the family?
Yeah, actually my wife will be driving it sometimes.
Oh, okay. And she's similar height to you? Shorter, taller?
She's actually a bit taller than I am.
Okay. So you know when you adjust the seat, it takes a long time to get your seat adjusted to the right position. I'm sure you probably have had many arguments, so where you adjust your seat and then she adjusts her seat. And the Accord comes with 2 memory positions for the seats. No longer that's going to be an issue with the Accord. So the remote controls are coded. So what that means is that, so if you have remote 1, you memorize the seat position to 1. So every time you get in the car, the seat will automatically adjust to your position. And if your wife has position 2, remote 2, and that will adjust automatically to her positions. So all of those arguments you've been having for the last 10 years disappear.
Excellent. All our problems are solved now.
Absolutely. So Ali, there are some great features that I'm really excited to tell you about in here. So first of all, on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, you've got your normal audio controls and hands-free telephone. But really, really nice, on the right-hand side, we've got head-up display.
Oh, head-up display, that's excellent.
Yeah, so we project the key information that the driver requires onto the windscreen. You can also adjust it in your line of vision here from this button. And also we have lane watch, which I'll explain a little bit later on. Some of those buttons will control the functionality of the Honda Sensing system. Honda Sensing is a complete suite of safety technology, which means that if sometimes you're a little bit tired, is to reduce driver fatigue. So if you're doing long journeys, it will take some of the actions from you as a driver. So maybe the autonomous braking, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise, low speed following. So all of those things are actually done automatically by the car.
Excellent.
You'll love it when we go out for the test drive. Now also here we have driver attention monitor and lots of other information that the driver needs. So average fuel consumption and telephone, RPM, and also for the sport mode, yeah, the indicator will also come on there. Now if we look to your right, we have electronic parking brake with brake hold function, that when you're in traffic, you don't need to keep your foot on the brake. The car will automatically hold the brakes for you, and when you're ready to move, just open the throttle. So again, nice and relaxed inside. And if you press that sport button there on your right, yeah, so you notice now the indicator has come up with a turbo gauge. So when you start to drive the car, you can utilize these paddle shifters. So now you have complete control of the 10-speed automatic transmission. So the shifting is done by you whenever you want to shift up and down. So you're going to love that when you go out for the test drive.
Great, I can't wait for the test drive.
So just going a little bit further up, we have dual zone climate control. We also have vented seats as well as heated seats. So we have 2 fans on the top and the bottom here. So you're nice and cooled and refreshed. Above, we have the 8-inch display audio. So that has your usual information, audio, Bluetooth connectivity, navigation, but the Accord is also equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
That's great, I love that feature.
So Ali, a couple of more additional features that I want you to have a look at. So in the roof, we have the controls for the electric sunroof, and also you'll notice there is a microphone which is for your hands-free telephone, but also we use that microphone for active noise cancellation. You may have heard of noise cancelling headphones.
Yeah, I use them myself.
So they get rid of all that background noise. So in the Accord, we've actually made it a little bit better. So we're actually using 3 microphones to listen to the unwanted noise, and then obviously the car is much, much quieter. And before I let you out, now safety is important to everybody. So
of course.
You know, we have additional ABS, vehicle stability assist, and all of those other features you would find on this type of car. But we have 8 airbags as standard on all grades of the car. So for the first time, we've equipped Accord with knee airbags. So driver's knee airbag and the passenger's knee airbag.
Excellent, thank you very much for all the information. Great, I can't wait to drive it.
You're gonna love it. So let's get you out. Okay, Ali, so I want to explain 2 or 3 really fantastic technologies which makes the Accord one of the quietest cars in its class. And first is the front windshield, which is acoustic, so absorbs all that sound. And secondly, if you look here, we have 2 layers of glass. Okay, so for the drivers and the passenger side, we have double layer glass, which also helps to make it quiet. The third technology is in the wheels. So we have 18-inch wheels, but inside the wheels, we have these special resonators. So when you drive and you go over uneven road surfaces and bumps, as the tire deflects, you get a booming noise, which generally ends up inside the car. So with this technology, the resonators absorb that booming effect. So inside, very nice, beautiful, quiet comfort.
Excellent.
So Ali, another really nice detail to attention that I want to show you on the Accord. Traditionally, you have, you know, like a black weather strip which traps dirt and those kind of things. So those are easy to produce, but this has a laser brazing, so which is very difficult to produce, but it gives us this beautiful line.
Yeah, I know what you mean, my current car has one.
The next thing I want to point out and show you is the wheelbase of the car. So the wheelbase is slightly longer than the outgoing. So what that means is that we've got the best in class interior legroom and knee room. So let's get you inside and you can be the judge of that yourself. So what do you think, Ali, of the space?
Yeah, it's very spacious.
And as expected in this kind of car, you've got the rear air conditioning, which is going to really keep you comfortable for those long journeys. And also a center pocket. And yeah, you've got a beautiful armrest. So what do you think?
Yeah, I love the interior design.
Okay, Ali, let's get you out of the car, and I just want to explain some design features on the back of the car. So the first thing you'll notice, the sharply tapered rear screen cutting into the trunk lid. So that gives us a really nice sporty coupe styling.
Yeah, I like the lines, it looks very sporty.
So also what adds to the sportiness is the rear trunk spoiler, the twin exhausts integrated into the rear bumper. The spoiler obviously makes it sporty to look at, but also has a aerodynamic value, which means that when we're driving, the air leaves the vehicle nice and easily. the vehicle becomes a little bit heavier. So nice feel when you're driving. A couple of other things I want to show you is we have full rear LED lights for tail lights, stop lights, flush parking sensors, okay, with the rear view camera. So the rear view camera has 3 different views, yeah? So you can have a look at top down, wide or long.
Excellent.
So Ali, you remember we discussed the smart entry in the driver's door. So same thing in the back. I have the remote in my pocket, so as I reach in, the trunk opens and you can see huge amounts of space.
Yeah, it's very spacious.
The other thing I want to show you is that we have a full-size spare aluminium wheel.
Yeah, that's very nice. I mean, the very big trunk and the wheel is better than the small one I have now in my current car.
Oh, you have the space saver one,
yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Also, you can fold the rear seats by these 2 levers. 60-40 split, yeah, the seats can be folded. So if you've got long items to store, shove them in, yeah, very nice and easy.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Dynamically, Accord is one of the best cars to drive, and that's thanks to its low center of gravity chassis and also one of the most comfortable cars on the road. And that is contributed by the multi-link suspension on the rear with a floating subframe. So your rear passengers are going to be really, really nice at the back.
Great, now I'm even more excited to drive it.
Ali, a couple of other features I want to show you on the new Accord. And the first one is a lane watch camera, which is incorporated into this mirror.
Yeah, I can see it.
So when we want to change lanes, as you indicate, you'll see a nice live video image of the lane you're changing into on the audio screen in the car.
Okay, yeah, that's excellent. I've never seen this feature before.
It's a great feature you're going to love. And as expected, we have anti-lock brakes, vehicle stability assist, agile handling assist, all of those safety features. Okay, Ali, if you come a little bit closer, another really nice feature I want to show you. So can you see this small hole?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is as the vehicle speed gets faster and faster and the wheels are rotating really, really fast, you get wheel turbulent air. Okay, so what we call wheel wake.
Yeah.
So what that starts to do is starts to lift the wheel up, which means your steering becomes unstable and very light. So with this channel, air comes from the front of the bumper, comes out of this channel and interrupts that wake. So now the steering feels nice and tight and the Accord is planted on the road. So again, when we go out for the test drive, you will notice how precise that steering is.
Excellent, very important for safety and stability of the car.
Absolutely. Ali, I'm sure you will agree, the Accord looks even more stunning from the front.
I totally agree, it's really beautiful.
As I explained when we were sitting inside, the Accord comes with Honda Sensing, and one of the features is high beam support. So what that means is when you're driving at night, the vehicle is always on full beams. So when it recognizes red light or white light in front, it automatically switches to low beam, which means you can concentrate on the road, you don't have to manually switch those lights up and down, and the car does all that for you.
Excellent, that's a really good feature.
So another few things I want to show. So can you see at the bottom there? Down here we have the Honda Sensing radar. So that is the radar for the Honda Sensing we were talking about, accompanied with the lane keeping assist camera, which is on the windscreen.
That one.
Yeah, so in
Yeah.
the center there.
Yeah.
So for example, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control with low speed following. Now, I remember you said you do a lot of long journeys, and low speed following is really going to help you because when you're in traffic, you can set the cruise and it will just follow the car in front of you at 5 kilometers or 120 kilometers. So I think that would be really useful for you, right?
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
So Ellie, as I mentioned earlier, the Accord is available in 2 engine variants, 1.5 litre turbo, and let me just show you under the bonnet of this one.
Wow.
So 2 litre turbo produces more torque than our outgoing V6, and it's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Because turbocharged engines produce a lot of torque at very low RPM. Say from 1500 RPM to 5000 produces this maximum torque. So we don't need to rev it so much. So it's quieter in acceleration, it's quieter in cruising, but also fuel efficient.
Yeah, that's amazing.
One other feature which I want to talk about, we have an electronic brake booster on this car.
Okay.
So normally we have a vacuum assisted brakes. Now, turbocharged engines don't produce vacuum, which means that you either have to have a vacuum pump, which takes energy away from the engine. So we have a complete electronic braking system, which means that when you're driving the car, the pedal feels really nice, the braking distance is shorter, but the key thing is you always get a consistent pedal feel.
Excellent, I can't wait to drive it.
One last thing, the bonnet is aluminium, so again we can reduce weight at the front, so again the agility of the car is absolutely brilliant. So you're going to love driving this car, so let's take it out for a test drive.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.